I'd like to stop blaming people, and especially women, for the fact that upspeak means they don't know what they're talking about, and that it's all about their insecurity. How about it being about your insecurity, my insecurity as the listener? So maybe women are using upspeak because they don't want to intimidate people. Maybe they're sensing that we're not feeling comfortable with them. And so they're using upspeak to make sure that everything's okay, and they want things to land softly and carefully. Granted, it may not be the most efficient. It doesn't mean, though, that they are insecure and that they are sabotaging their job chances in some interview, or the fact that a client will decide on their project because their upspeak is present and being used. I mean, really? Let's look at that, because men and women both use upspeak. I use upspeak. We all use upspeak. We use it for all different situations. Granted, Canadians use upspeak. And people from northern part of the United States of America may use upspeak because it's part of their dialect. Rarely have I worked with a powerful woman who uses upspeak who's insecure. When I talk to her, what we come to understand is that she's worried about coming across as too much, because we have what I sometimes call the two club. Those people who are really successful, have made their way in the world, and from early on, they've been told they're too much, too fast, too smart, too. And in order not to come across as too pushy, too strong, too bossy, and the other B word, they may start incorporating in some upspeak. And men use it as well. And it's interesting, though, when men use it, we tend to think of them as kind, gentle, careful, considerate. It's a little bit like nonverbals. For me, one example. If a man strokes his beard or plays with his mustache, we see him as thoughtful, considerate, sort of a deep thinker. If a woman plays with her hair, we think of her as ditzy and an airhead. Men and women, we're different. And because of that, we need to be a little bit careful of what we are putting on women, and especially women on other women. And I have to admit that it is the attractive women that seem to get nailed with upspeak being a problem more often. Perhaps they use it more. I haven't done a scientific study yet. I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of clients. And the attractive women have learned that usually they're being judged on their appearance first before the content of their message. So they have learned that if we're going to see that first, then they're going to be careful with their words. It's not across the board. It's not everyone. And yet it is part of the landscape of this communication that we're all navigating. So let's stop picking on them and start saying, maybe I'm coming across as someone that they're having to be careful with, and they're making sure they're not intimidating me. They're trying to make me not feel uncomfortable. Granted, when we coach people, we coach them to land their lines. Men and women, both. Because in the essence of communication, it is usually more effective. And yet upspeak is a tool. It's a tool that can be used, not only to ask questions, but also to soften things. So let's get off our little rant and our little ride about, oh, women are destroying their careers by their upspeak. Maybe. I don't know, it's a trend right now, and we've assigned meaning to it that we don't know is true. We tend to make up story about things. There are trends in everything: clothing, music, voice, words. So let's just take a little step back, a little bit of a pause. And yes, let's encourage people to land their lines down. It's probably more effective. But let's suspend judgment that a woman who uses upspeak is insecure. Or think maybe she is insecure about your security and she wants to make you feel better. Rock on, spread your story, share your voice.